Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Jai Shri Ram. Welcome to our next episode in our complete reading of Srimad Valmiki Ramayana. In the previous episode, we saw how things in Ayodhya were and how SriRamachandra was entering into the forest as well. Now, SriRamachandra has crossed Tamasa Nadi now, so almost he is entering the border areas of the Koshala Desha, and there a few villagers come and they look at Sri Ramachandra. Obviously, they know Sri Ramachandra, and they again repeat the same words the way the people of Ayodhya said. So, what we get from that part is like not just the people in Ayodhya, not just the people who are the city dwellers, the people who are in the villages, even they had the same thought process about Sri Ramachandra. They were also saying, see, how did our king make such a big mistake? Why did he get into the claws of a woman? Why had he to accept everything that that woman said? Our king must be in great pain now. That lady has really tricked him. How can he live without his son who is here? So all these parts they would be talking about. Sri Ramachandra would be listening. Some of them would be following the chariot. But Sri Ramachandra would be really focused on entering the forest and doing the Vanavasa. And as they were moving, he sees the Sarayu river and the areas adjoining it, Gomati and the areas adjoining it. And there he looks at Sitama and Sumantra and says, "Oh Sumantra, I am not sure when I'll come back and when I'll again enter the hunting expeditions here. I know these hunting expeditions are liked by kings. I don't have much of an interest in them, but then as a king, normally I'm supposed to go. So I don't know when I'll be again as a part of such an expedition after 14 years. Saying this, they'll keep moving on. Sri Ramachandra shows the boundaries of that Kosala Desha there and says, because while Dasharatha Maharaja ruled the entire world, world in the sense he had a huge kingdom, and as he very rightly says, right, as far as the wheel can go. So almost entire India and even adjoining places, all of them are under Dasharatha Maharaja. But then every state there has a boundary, right? The capital region and that Kosala Desha are coming to an end here. And Sri Ramachandra gets down from the chariot, looks at the Kosala Desha, and again respectfully bows to it and says, I'm going on a Vanavasa, I'll be back after 14 years, bless me. And then he starts again, and from there, as the chariot is going ahead, they would see the Ganga river, and there are some wonderful slokas on Ganga Mata. In here, there are about 12-13 slokas in which Valmiki Maharshi says how wonderful the river of Ganga is, and Sri Ramachandra looks at it and he pays his obeisance. I'll just read few slokas where the beauty of that river is mentioned, because it's Ganga Ma. It has started from the feet of Vishnu and it has touched the body of Shiva, and it is making all the three worlds pure, right? Vishnu Padachyutam Divyam Apapam Papanasinim Tam Shankara Jata Jutad Bhrashtam Sagara Tejasa Samudra Mahishim Gangam Sarasa Kraunchanaditam Asasada Mahabahu Srungiberapuram Prati. This river started from Vishnu Pada, okay, and then Shankara Jata Jutat Bhrashtam, which means it came out of Samba Sadasiva's Jatajuta, his head, and it came down. Samudra Mahishim, it went and mixed with sea. So all rivers are considered as wives of Sagara, of Samudra. And Sarasa Kraunchanaditam, lot of birds are there and they are making wonderful noise near that river. That's obvious, right? All these nice birds, they come to the banks of the river, they drink the water and they make all interesting sounds there. And there, these people have come, and near that there is a town or a small dwelling, and that's called Shrungiberapura. Sri Ramachandra saw that and he realized where they have arrived. That is, and near that, he tells to Sumantra, let us stay here for this night. And there, Drakshyamah Saridam Sreshtham Sanmanya Salilam Sivam Devadanava Gandharva Murgamanusha Pakshinam. He saw the river there, and he's also saying, Aviduradayam Nadya Bahupushpa Pravalavan Sumahan Ingudi Vruksho vasamotraiva saradhe. He sees in Ingudi Vruksha. If you are a student of Ayurveda, you would know that this Ingudi Vruksha has a lot of medical significance actually. In Telugu, we call it as Gara Chettu or the tree, a Gara tree. The botanical name of this is Balanitis aegyptiaca. So that's the name. This is widely used in Ayurveda. Ingudi tree and the Ingudi oil and everything are used. So Sri Ramachandra saw one such tree and he told to Sumantra, let us stay here for the night. Sumantra also accepted that, and so Lakshmana, Sumantra, both of them agreed to what Sri Ramachandra said, and they took the chariot near that. Ramo bhyaya tam ramyam vruksham ikshvakunandanaha radhadavataratatta smat Sabharya Sahalakshmanaha. They have descended from the chariot and they came near the tree. Sumantra quickly, released the horses from the chariot so that they also can rest. And Shrungiberapura is the place where Sri Ramachandra's friend, a very close friend of Sri Ramachandra, Guha, used to stay. So Guha got the news and he immediately called for the oldest of his ministers and he called out to some of his relatives, and with all of them he came to see Sri Ramachandra. Tato nishadadhipatim drushtva durad upasthitam saha saumitrina ramaha samagachat guhena saha. The moment Sri Ramachandra saw him coming, even from a very far distance, he and Lakshmana stood up and quickly they walked towards Guha so that they can greet him. And Tamartha Samparishyajya Guho Raghavam Abravit Yadhayodhya Tadheyam Te Ramah Kim Karavanide Idrusim Hi Mahabaho Kaprapsyati Tam Priyam. Guha hugged Sri Ramachandra. Now see, he is a Nishada, Sri Ramachandra is a Kshatriya. So to all the people who keep criticizing Ramayana or who keep criticizing Sanatana Dharma for casteism and all, can take a lesson or two from this. Sri Ramachandra goes and hugged Guha, and Guha is now saying, "Oh Sri Rama, the way Ayodhya is there for you, this city, this Sringiberapura, this is also like that. O Ajanubahu, tell me, what can I do for you? Oh great Sri Ramachandra, would I get anybody better than you as an Atithi? Today is such a great day for me because a person like you has come to this place." And immediately he also brought a lot of food with him. Tato gunavadannadhyam upadaya pradhagvidham arghyam chopanayat kshipram vakyam chet amuvachaha. He brought a lot of food and says, Swagatam te mahabaho tavayam akhilam mahi vayam prekshya bhavan bharta sadhurajyam prasadhinaha. Ajanubahu is a person who has got long and strong hands. Ajanubahu, I am welcoming you. This entire world is yours. This entire land is yours. I am just a naukar. I am a servant to you. You rule my kingdom. And I have brought bhakshya, bhojya, lehya, pehya, means food that is eaten, food that is drunk. I'm talking about any normal thing that you drink, like water, some sweetened water, etc. And some stuff which you put in your hand and, you use your tongue to directly lick it and eat it. So, lehya, pehya, all of them I have brought. Please, O Sri Ramachandra, eat this food. Sri Ramachandra listens to whatever Guha says, and now he says, Guhamevam Brvanam tu Raghava Pratyuvachaha Architaschaiva Hrushtascha Bhavata Sarvathavayam Padbhyam Abhigamachaiva Sneha Sandarsanenacha. Saying, you came here walking. Oh, you showed such love towards me, Guha, and you are, in a way you are actually doing a puja to me. I'm very, very happy for that. And O Guha, Bhujabhyam Sadupinabhyam Pidayan Vakyam Abravit Dishtya Guha Pasyami Arogyam Sahabandhavaihi Apite Kusalam Rashtre Mitreshu Dhaneshu. Sri Rama is asking Guha. He again takes Guha near him. He again hugs Guha. This time Sri Ramachandra takes the initiative and hugs him. And he says, are you happy? Are your relatives happy? Are your friends happy? Is everyone in the best of their health? It is my bhagya. It is my luck that I am seeing you, Guha. Your kingdom is good, right? Everything is going well in your place, right? Your money and all your belongings, all of them are safe from the enemies, right? Guha nods in acceptance. And then he's saying, Etvidam bhavata kinchit pritya samabhikalpitam sarvam tadanujanami nahi varte pratigrahe. Sri Ramachandra is saying, whatever you brought for me, O Guha, I am returning everything for you because I am not in the place of a king. I am not supposed to take any of these ones. You are a Samanta Raja or a vassal king to my father. And if you are doing any things to me, because I have been asked to go to Vanavasa, I cannot accept any gifts or any food or anything from you, Guha. But yeah, Kusachirajinadharam Falamulasinam Chamam Vidhi Pranihitam Dharme Tapasam Vanagocharam. I am in a Tapasa Diksha, but still, since you want to serve the king, I don't want to stop you. Ashwanam Khadanenaham Ardhi Nanyena Kenachit Yetavatatra Bhavata Bhavishyami Supujitaha. So you go and give food to my horses because they are king's horses. That way you would be serving the king. Don't worry about me. Please give the food to the horses. And because they are the king's horses, if you are taking care of those horses well, it indirectly means that you are taking care of the king as such well. Guha immediately understands the status in which Sri Ramachandra is. He also is quite knowledgeable, Guha, and he says, Ashwanam pratipanancha khadanam chaiva sonvasat guhas tatraiva purusham stvaritam diyatamiti. So Guha immediately says, he looks at his men and says, go get some water for those horses and get some food for those horses. They go, and then Sri Ramachandra immediately takes one of the Narachiras that he brought along with him, those cloths. He immediately takes one of them, puts them as Uttariya, goes, does his Sayam Sandhya Vandana, and then while Sri Ramachandra is doing the Sayam Sandhya Vandana, Lakshmana fetches some good water for him from the river. Sri Ramachandra takes that water and sleeps. So this is the second day that Sri Ramachandra is not having anything. Yesterday also we saw that he did not have anything in the night. He just had water and slept. Today also he just drank water and slept. Tasya bhumau sayanasya pado prakshalya lakshmanah sabharyasya tato bhetya tasto vruksham. Sri Ramachandra was lying near the tree. Lakshmana quickly washes the feet of Sri Ramachandra and he also stands there. That whole night Sri Ramachandra and Sita Ma, they both sleep on the floor under the tree for that night. And Lakshmana, he is standing guard. He does not sleep. Guha approaches Lakshmana and says, Oh Lakshmana, why don't you sleep? Because Sri Ramachandra is sleeping. It's better that you two sleep. I'll stand guard. This is when Lakshmana does a very, very nice and interesting conversation with Guha. And what's that conversation? What do these two people who love Sri Ramachandra so much, what is it that they both are going to speak? That part we'll see in our next episode. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayaha, sarve bhadrani pasyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. Om sarvam sadhuti sahasram rahasvam charanarvindarpanamastu. Swasti. Jai Shri Ram.